I'm on a mission to get my spark back this year. For me, part of that comes from my physical health. So right now, I'm focusing on weight loss and building new healthy habits so that I can become the best version of myself. However, changing my whole life overnight is neither realistic or sustainable. Instead, I believe in making small changes every day that will make me feel better in the long run. This is my journey. Good morning. So I've been at my parents' for about a week and today I'm headed home, which I'm super excited about. I love my parents, don't get me wrong, but I am just excited to be back into my own space. And also I desperately need to get back into a routine because I have not been tracking for the past couple of days. And while I have been able to maintain my weight loss, I know I have not been moving my body or eating as well as I should. So I just want to get back into the swing of things and keep up with the habits that I've started developing lately. So the game plan for this week, one, I need to finish the Begin Again challenge. I'm already behind schedule because it is Wednesday and I have yet to work out this week. Monday was supposed to be a leg day. I started my period. I was like, you know what? I'm not doing that. So I went for a walk instead. And then on Tuesday, which was yesterday, I did not work out. I did not make the time for it. I definitely should have, but I had kind of a family emergency to take care of and like it didn't end up happening, which is my bad. And I think I was kind of using my period as an excuse still. So today we're changing that and I am going to work out. I'm putting it in the universe. Anyway, number two, I want to drink 5 of these a day. That being said, I'm going to give myself a little bit more flexibility with the water intake. I've been very much not drinking water recently. And so I want to drink at least 4 of these a day, which would be about 3 liters of water. And I want to start a 5th. If I can finish a 5th, that's great. But I don't want to chug a water bottle at night because I know that's not good for me necessarily. So I'm going to try to aim for 5 water bottles, but I'm willing to settle for 4. Step-wise, I'm giving myself a range. I really want to focus on the Begin Again challenge on the Alive app this week. So I'm going to aim for between 6 and 8,000 steps a day. I feel like 8,000 steps was definitely realistic when I was doing this. So I think just giving myself a little bit more flexibility with that will allow me to give myself some grace, especially being on my period, but also still make sure that I am prioritizing the Begin Again challenge and making sure that I get my steps in. Finally, for the diet portion of things, we're sticking to the 100 grams of protein a day. But once again, I want to give myself a little bit more flexibility, meaning that if I don't hit quite 100 grams of protein in a day, like let's say I'm at 99 grams of protein, I'll consider the challenge to be done. I don't want to force myself to eat if I'm not hungry. So that's our game plan. I feel like we can make it work. That being said, today is going to be a little bit hectic. I'm not going to lie. I'm currently in my car in a grocery store parking lot near my parents' place because they have a couple of items here that they don't have back at my grocery store back home. So I wanted to just grab a few things before I left. But now I have to drive to downtown Montreal to meet with a friend. So I have to drive back there and then back home. It's going to be a day of transit to say the least. And then I want to wash my hair because my hair is so gross, you guys. Like honestly, I haven't washed it in a week, which it's never the case. I never do that, especially when working out. And so now my hair desperately needs to be washed. And I also wanted to hit the grocery store back at home because I need to run a quick inventory of what I have in my fridge in terms of fruit and vegetables. I know I don't have a lot of fresh items. That could be pushed back to tomorrow, worst case scenario. But yeah, I just need to make that work. So all of that plus a workout, we'll see. I might end up doing the mobility routine today instead of later on in the week because like I think that might be the only workout that I might be able to get in today, and I would rather do that than not work out at all. So that might end up being our plan. I'll keep you guys updated. I'm back and it feels so good to be home. I have put everything away and now I'm ready to relax. I had such a great time with my friend. It's been a while since I've seen her. I think the last time was when we went to Europe together in October. So it was just nice to catch up. I was able to get quite a few steps in because I took public transport. So I'm now at 7,626 steps for the day. So theoretically, we've reached our step goal. We're within our range, so that's awesome. In terms of the protein, I think with what I've calculated, I'm at 56 grams of protein for the day. And by the way, I did not have the whole meal. I think I showed you a clip earlier and I ended up having like all of the chicken, most of the veggies, not all of them because I don't like bell peppers, and some of the rice. The rice was so much. I was just like, I'm not hungry. I'm not going to eat all of that. So I left a lot of it on the plate, but regardless, we had a great time. Now I am drinking my second water bottle of the day. I think I'm going to get some movement in. I don't want to go to the gym. I'll admit, I really just want to get this workout over with so that I can wash my hair. That's my #1 priority right now. So I'm just going to get my mobility routine in. We're also going to skip the grocery shopping because I checked, like I did the inventory of like my fridge and you know, the things that I had at home, and I can definitely make do with what I have. Everything is still relatively fresh. So I just need to make sure that I eat them within the next few days. This was honestly one of the best showers I've ever taken. Now it's time for a Diet Coke. It's always so good. So for dinner, I'm having the Costco chicken nuggets. I have some homemade fries that I've put in the air fryer. And I also added a baby cucumber because I realized that I did not eat a lot of fruit or veggies today. And I'm also adding a tablespoon of mayo to dip my fries in. And this meal brings my total for today to 91 grams of protein. I'm feeling like having dessert, so I'm gonna try this Quest protein cookie. This says that this has 15 grams of protein, so that will bring me to over 100 grams of protein for today. I just finished water number 4 while watching some YouTube videos in bed. I'm actually almost at a gallon of water for today because this morning I drank about 3/4 of this water bottle and I did not count it because I didn't finish it. So we have completed all of our goals for today and I'm exhausted now. So I think I'm gonna go to bed even though it's only about 9 o'clock. Good morning. So I just slept for like 11 hours. I don't remember the last time this has happened to me, but I guess I really needed it. This morning from breakfast, I'm having a bagel with a little bit of butter, a Premier protein shake. This one is the cookies and cream flavor. I typically go for the chocolate ones at Costco, but when I went to the grocery store near my parents' house yesterday, I saw that they had the cookies and cream one, which I've tried before and it's really good, so I'm excited. And then I'm gonna try a new Ilani flavor. Once again, this is something that I bought yesterday at that grocery store near my parents' house, so I figured we could try it together. So this one is Hawaiian shaved ice. Love the packaging already. Ooh, I like it. I wouldn't say it's my favorite. It's a little bit more of a subtle flavor, but I do like it. So this morning's breakfast brings me to 38 grams of protein for today. I just finished water number 1. So now it's time for water number 2. And I think I'm gonna do a quick tidy of my apartment. Today I need to vacuum and do some laundry, so we're gonna do that this morning. Usually I like to go to the gym in the morning, whether it's a weekday or a weekend day, it's always busy. So I wanna try going in the afternoon to see if it'll make a difference or not. And then I also have an errand to do this afternoon. I have to pick up a prescription refill and I'm gonna do a little bit of grocery shopping as well. For lunch, I'm having this chicken salad that I've made with the chicken bites that I got from Costco the other day, as well as a baby cucumber. I mix that in with some mayo, as well as salt and pepper. And on the side, I'm having a piece of toast. And this brings my total for today at 63 grams of protein. As a post-workout snack, I'm gonna try this Built Puff protein bar. This one is the peanut butter flavor and it has 17 grams of protein. So I just got back from the gym and honestly, going early afternoon was the move. The gym was so empty. I kid you not, I have never seen this gym as empty as it was today. Loved it. Honestly, 10 out of 10 would recommend. I will try again because I don't know if it was just like a weird moment that happened today or if it's always like that, like right after lunch, but definitely something that we'll have to try again. Now, I did also do a little bit of grocery shopping. So we have a grocery haul. So first, I got some burger buns because you know my obsession with burgers. I got some milk. I got more bagels because I love bagels. We have light mayo because I'm running out of mayo and I figured, you know what? I don't really care about like full fat mayo. It's not like I taste a difference. So I'm gonna try something that has less calories just because might as well. Now they had Alani's at this grocery store. I was super surprised because usually they don't. I don't know if it's because I've never noticed it before or if it's a new product, but I was super excited. And these were flavors that they didn't have at the grocery store near my parents' house earlier this week. So I had to get them. So we have Cosmic Stardust as well as Orange Kiss. This one I've tried before and it's my favorite out of all of the Alani's that I've tried thus far. So very excited. We have some salad seasoning because I love putting that in salads or even like in a chicken salad. I feel like it just elevates the taste of it. So love that. And I also got these Muffin Max bars. Love this for breakfast with a protein shake in the morning. Sometimes I just want something kind of muffin-like, but I don't want an actual muffin. These are great, and they were on sale too. I got myself a nice sweet treat. So I got these Yummies, is that what they're called? Listen, I am not someone who usually buys candy because if I have it in my house, I will eat it. However, I found out that today Bridgerton season 4 part 1 came out. For some reason I thought it was tomorrow, but I guess I was wrong and it's coming out today. So we're gonna watch that tonight, and we have our sweet treat to watch Bridgerton. So I'm excited. In that same vein, I also got some popcorn because my mom said that this one is really good, and I've been wanting to have like a movie style popcorn at home. So we're gonna try that. We have edamame, romaine, cherry tomatoes, and some canned chicken. I wanna do a proper chicken salad. Lately I've just been making with the stuff that I have, but I figured this would be nice for a sandwich, so got these. So this is all of my grocery haul. I think in total this was about $83, so quite expensive, but you know what, it's fine. I think I'm gonna be good to go for a while because I still have a pretty stocked fridge otherwise, so I don't mind spending a bit of money, especially if it helps me with my weight loss goals. It's Bridgerton time! I'm excited, so I'm gonna be enjoying my dinner while watching the show. So tonight we have a chicken burger with some breaded chicken as well as a few pickles and mayo, and then we have a few fries with some mayo, and of course a crisp Diet Coke. It always is. This brings me to 112 grams of protein for today. So we've reached our goal. We're also within our range when it comes to steps. We're at 6,481 steps for today. And I'm almost done with water number 3. So we are well on our way to reaching all of our goals for the day.
Smell it all over you. Good to see nothing has changed here.
I just finished water number 4, and now I have just refilled my water bottle so that I can continue sipping while I watch the last episode of Bridgerton season 4 that is currently available. This morning's breakfast situation is a Premier protein shake with a Muffin Max bar, and I'll be drinking the rest of the Alani that I started yesterday. Good morning. I just got back from the gym. I went extra early this morning. I actually put an alarm at 7 to make sure I was going to be at the gym by 8 because my sister's coming over here today. She should be here at around 10. It's currently 9:30, so I need to hop in the shower. But I will say it wasn't that busy at the gym. It was busier than yesterday, sure, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it might have been. So that was nice. Now, as I said, today I have plans with my sister, and I'm already well on my way to reaching all of my goals. I am currently about 2,000 steps in, so that's the part where I'm a little bit worried, but worst case scenario, we can always do a little bit of a walking pad moment at the end of the day. I am on my second water of the day, and I'm already 49 grams of protein in, so not too worried about that. And so I feel like today is going to be a great day regardless of a few unexpected plans that came up. It's now much later. It's about 6 p.m. I'm currently making dinner. I'm gonna have the exact same thing as yesterday because I need something simple and that's gonna get me to my protein goal for today because I'm feeling really low energy today. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the workout that I did this morning. My back is aching, or if it's the fact that I didn't eat enough, or I don't know if it's because I didn't drink enough water. I'm on water number 2. For some reason, I am just struggling. So I cracked open a Diet Coke, popped in the air fryer, like the chicken burger thing and the fries, and that's what we're gonna be doing. I don't wanna, make it complicated, so that's what we're gonna stick to tonight. But I am officially done with my steps for today. I'm at 7,738 steps, so we'll definitely reach the 8,000 by the end of the day, so that's great. We're even higher than we're supposed to, so that's awesome. And then in terms of my water goal, as I said, I'm finished with water number 2, so I still have 2 water bottles left to drink. And in terms of my protein goal with dinner, you can hear my air fryer, I am at 92 grams of protein for today. So if I'm hungry, I'll try to have a snack that's protein heavy in the evening, but other than that, we're doing well. We've accomplished everything that we had to for today. Now I wanted to share with you a little bit of a haul because we went shopping with my sister this afternoon, and so I did get a couple of things. Some things she had purchased for me in a previous shopping spree she did on her own a couple of weeks ago, but I did get a couple of things, including these air fryer inserts. I love these. I bought 2 of these because I use them all the time whenever I am using my air fryer. I just love this. This makes cleaning a lot easier. I also got this at IKEA to organize my drawers. And then I got a couple of mugs because I couldn't resist. So first we have this Luxe mug from Gilmore Girls, but I just really love the design of this one. I like the size of it. It's massive too. And then there's also this Rory one. It says sip coffee, read books. Gilmore Girls. Love that. And then in the same vein, but it's not Gilmore Girls. This one is Disney and I love it. It says fueled by honey and books. And there's Winnie the Pooh on it. I love this. And finally, we have this big tumbler. So this one says Luke's on one side and on the other side, it just says Gilmore Girls. I've been wanting to get kind of a Stanley cup, but I didn't want to pay a ton of money just for a mug. And when my sister found these, I was like, oh, you know what? Let me grab one of these. I think that might help me with my water intake. So we might swap the Owala for this and keep the Owala for like the gym and whatnot. I think maybe this will help me get more water in. Having something with a straw and something that's cute and fun might make it more likely that I will be drinking my water. So we'll try it out tomorrow. I still need to clean it, but I thought I would try this out. And this was my haul. Oh no, not true. I got these coasters as well. I have officially made the switch to my new water bottle. So this is 40 ounces. This was 24. So for today, if I finish this, I'm gonna count it as if I finished 2 of these. I know theoretically I would have to drink a little bit more in order to fully drink the equivalent of 4 of these, but it's fine. For dessert, I'm gonna try these Quest peanut butter cups. These have 11 grams of protein, so that will put me well over my 100 grams of protein for today. I was feeling a little bit snacky, so I got myself some popcorn, and I'm also almost done with my last water of the day. It's time for me to go to the gym. So last time I went at around 11 o'clock in the morning. This time we're going a little bit later. It's about 12:30. I haven't had lunch yet. I wasn't feeling hungry. So I thought, you know what? Let's just go to the gym now. We'll see if we'll have the same luck as we did earlier this week, or if it'll be like last week and they'll be super busy. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But my back is feeling super sore today, and I was supposed to be doing a pull day, so upper body, but I'm not doing that. I feel too sore and I want to give my back the time to recover. So I'm going to be doing legs today instead, and we'll do the upper body, the last workout of this challenge, tomorrow. I did drink a Gatorade this morning because I wanted to help speed up the recovery process, but right now I'm still feeling a little sore, so I'm just going to take it easy and go for the legs instead. For lunch, I'm having chicken salad on toast, and this will bring me to 70 grams of protein for today. For dinner, I'm having salmon on which I've put a teaspoon of Dijon mustard and light mayo, and I pop that in the air fryer. I've also added a few fried crispy onion for crunch. I have about a cup of jasmine white rice and a few edamames and mango chunks. This brings me to 100 grams of protein for today. So we love that. We have officially reached our 6,000 steps. I'm almost done with all of my tasks for today. The only one that I have yet to complete is the water goal. So I'm currently finishing bottle number 2. I have also drank an Owala when I was at the gym, so we're doing well. We're just not quite there yet. Now I'm fully ready to go to bed, cozy up, and read, so I thought it would be the perfect time for me to give you guys a book update. In my last vlog, I mentioned that I was fully re-entering my romantasy era, and so I binged a bunch of books that fell within that genre, and I was having a great time. I think we left off when I started reading Brimstone by Callie Hart. Now, I have not been making as much progress with this one as I thought I would be. I'm currently 158 pages through. I'll admit I'm struggling with this. I started reading it while I was at my parents', and for some reason I just didn't want to read, and I didn't know if it was because I was kind of hitting a reading slump because I'd been reading so much, or maybe it's just a genre burnout because I've been reading a lot of romantasy, or if it's the book's fault. Quite frankly, I don't really know why I'm not vibing with this, because it's the same world and the same characters that I've enjoyed in Quicksilver, and the book was 5 stars. So why am I struggling so much with Brimstone? I've heard through reviews that I've seen online that the beginning is a little slow and it picks up, but for being 158 pages in, I thought I would be more into it. So far it's been okay, but it hasn't been blowing me away and I just haven't really wanted to pick it up. So I decided while I was with my parents to just change the pace a little bit and hop onto a different genre. So I picked up Collide by Bal Kabra. Still very much romance, but instead of romantasy, it's contemporary. This one is a hockey romance set in college, and it features a sports psychology student and the captain of the hockey team, and they have to team up for a project. The thing is, they don't really like one another, so there's definitely banter there. It reminded me a lot of The Deal by Elle Kennedy, and I love that book. So this one, honestly, so good. I loved it. It was very like steamy. I love the banter. The chemistry between our two protagonists was immaculate, and I'm just very excited to pick up the rest of the series. I gave that first book 4 stars. I have also started reading The Score by Elle Kennedy. So this is book 3 in the Off-Campus series, and this is a reread for me, and my goal this year is to finally read and catch up to all of Elle Kennedy's hockey romances, because she has so many books set in this world that I have not read yet, and I really enjoy her books. Her writing is very breezy, like it's so easy to fly through them, and her romance and spicy scenes are chef's kiss. So I'm very much excited to really dive into Elle Kennedy's work this year. But coming back to The Score, this used to be my favorite book in the series. Right now, I'm not really sure where I'm settling. I am definitely enjoying my time, but for some reason, I'm not enjoying it as much as I thought I would. I'm still having a lot of fun. Like, the characters are great. I definitely love this romance more than the others that I've read in this series so far, but it's not blowing me away the way I thought it would. For some reason, I remembered this book being a 5-star read, but I checked out my review before picking up this one, and it was a 4 star. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's not as perfect as I remembered it being, but right now I'm having a great time. I do know that things are about to take a turn, however. I remember the second half of this book being a lot darker and being more real than the first half. So I'm not quite there yet, but I know it's coming. I am excited to just finish this. Actually, this is going to be my goal for tonight. Today is the last day of the Begin Again challenge. I've already gotten my workout in. I'm on water number 1 still, but I'm halfway through, and I also had most of an Owala while I was at the gym. I am almost 5,000 steps in. I've had a very plain breakfast and lunch, but this is what I was in the mood for. So for breakfast, I had the exact same thing as I had yesterday. And for lunch, I just wanted to have chicken and a bread roll. So that's exactly what I had. I'm now at 69 grams of protein for today, so we're doing great. But in order to successfully complete the Begin Again challenge, I need to journal. So this is something that we have to do once a week on the app, and it just happens that on the last day, we have to do our last journal entry. So here's a prompt. It says, the finish line. Take time to celebrate. You made it. Today, we encourage you to reflect on the progress you've made throughout the challenge. When ready, write down 3 changes you're grateful you've made over the last 28 days. So let's do this and complete this challenge. And just like that, we're done. It's time for dinner, so I'm actually gonna make my go-to salad. I am in the mood for something quick and easy because tonight I am headed to my sister's to watch the Grammys. So we're starting with lettuce, which I'm not really measuring, just going with my heart. I have a few chicken nuggets in the air fryer, as well as a few fries because it's my favorite combo. We're gonna cut down this lettuce. Next, we're gonna cut a few grape tomatoes. Once again, I kind of go with my heart for this one. Maybe I should make them smaller. Yeah, let's go back. Next, we're gonna take a baby cucumber. I definitely need to be eating them soon because they're looking a little wrinkly. I've had them for nearly 2 weeks. They're on their last life. Next, I'm going to be measuring out a 1/4 cup of edamame and a 1/4 cup of frozen corn, and we're going to put that in the microwave so that I can add those to my salad. I'm gonna add some crispy onions, some salad seasoning. My nuggets are ready. I'm gonna cut them up into smaller pieces. We're gonna top it off with some low-fat mayo. I would say about a tablespoon, but it really depends on the quantity of lettuce and other vegetables. So it looks perfect. Now I need to get my fries. I'm also gonna add a little bit of mayo so I can dip my fries in. And this meal right here puts me at 99 grams of protein for today.
And more kisses whenever I could have.
I finished water number 2 and now I'm headed home. It's time for the final recap. So over the last 5 days, I lost 0.8 pounds. I'm honestly really surprised to see this number. I'm not gonna lie. I was fully expecting the scale to go up this week. Not because I feel like I didn't do well, but because 1, I did 4 strength training workouts back to back. And usually after a strength day, I tend to see the number on the scale go up. And then number 2, I was on my period for part of the week. And once again, usually during that time, I tend to see a higher number on the scale. So those 2 things combined made me think that I would maybe see an increase on the scale, but I guess not. So what we're doing is clearly working, and that just makes me super excited to continue this journey moving forward. I feel like this week was a true testament of how even when I'm busy, I'm able to prioritize myself. I had a little bit more of a social week. Like I was at my parents at the beginning of the week. I met up with a friend. I saw my sister several times, and all of that made it so I wasn't in my regular routine a lot. Like I had to adjust, and I was able to prove to myself that even when unexpected things show up, I am still able to stick to my plans. Now let's go over each task and see how I did. First, the Begin Again challenge. We have successfully completed it. I'm super excited. It's my second year doing this challenge, and I think last year I wasn't fully able to complete it. I did most of the workouts, but I think I missed a couple of days. But this time around, we stuck it out, and I'm super proud of myself because I didn't think I was someone who was capable of sticking to something for as long as this challenge lasted, like 28 days. Somehow it's not a lot, but for me, it felt like it was a little bit unrealistic, especially at the beginning where I was feeling out of my routine, out of my fitness journey, and I'm really glad that this challenge kind of brought this back to the forefront and that I'm now focusing on myself again. I really loved the workouts. I love the challenge. I love the structure of this challenge actually. I do wish the app offered more of these challenges. I'm not gonna lie. I'm someone who thrives on having structure, and while the programs do offer that, I like the fact that every day that I opened the app, it told me what to do. I didn't have to think like, oh, do I want to work out today? Do I not? And I think with programs, that's kind of where my head goes. I start thinking, oh, do I want to work out today? Do I want to work out later on this week? And as soon as I start asking myself, do I want to work out? I know the answer is most likely going to be no. So I like the fact that the challenge just set the days for the workout, set the days for everything that you have to do, and you just have to show up and do it. That said, my next step is going to be choosing a program to complete. There's so many on the app. I've done a couple in the past, and so this time I just have to choose either one that I want to go back to or maybe choose a new one. So I will have to think about that, but I am very excited to continue on my fitness journey. Number 2, our step count. I thought with giving myself this range, I was going to be mostly around 6,000 steps a day. I thought, you know what? It's probably not going to be a very walking heavy week. But I surprised myself there because regardless, we ended up walking on average about 8,000 steps a day. There were a few days where I ended up walking way over the 8,000 steps. I think I was at nearly 10,000 steps one day. And then there were days where I was around 7,000. So the average there is about 8,000. But the fact that even with the range, I'm still pushing myself to 8,000 steps a day, for me, it's something because I'm not someone who tends to prioritize steps. As I've said in the last video, I am someone who once I've worked out for the day, I'm like, you know what? I'm done with movement. But you know what? We still did it. I'm really excited that like I am starting to see a pattern and like I'm sticking to good habits. One thing that I started doing that really helps with increasing my step count is hopping on the treadmill after my workout at the gym. Since I'm there, I'm just like, you know what? Let's do at least 20 minutes. And after that, if I want to continue walking, that's great. But otherwise, I have at least a good 2,000 steps that I can do at the gym. And it feels a lot less overwhelming getting that done there. This habit stacking is really working for me. So I'm definitely going to continue doing that moving forward. Now for my water goal. This week, I decided to give myself a range because last week I felt like I was chugging water at the end of the night and that wasn't how I wanted to get my water in. With the range, I definitely managed to hit that goal every day. I even went above on some days where I started the 5th and even sometimes a 6th water bottle, or Now that I switched over to 40 ounces, I'm definitely drinking at least 2 of these. And yesterday, for instance, I drank almost all of a third water bottle. So we're definitely inching closer to a gallon of water. Probably out of the 4 tasks that we had to do this week, for me, this was the most challenging, which I find to be surprising because I'm someone who used to be able to drink at least 3 liters of water a day easily. And now for some reason, I have to push myself. I do drink other liquids throughout the day, but I feel like water for some reason is just so unappealing right now. I feel like I'm drinking the same thing over and over again. So I may want to start thinking about ways to spice up my water or just find ways that make drinking water more fun. So far, switching over to a bigger water bottle has seemed to make a difference. I feel like it's more fun. It's easier to drink because of the straw. And I don't know, just switching it up has helped me so far. But I do feel like I need to continue pushing myself when it comes to my water intake because definitely this is the one task where I struggle the most. Now for the diet part, I'm aiming to eat at least 100 grams of protein a day. And I will say, while I'm still able to reach that goal pretty much every day, I think the only day where we didn't eat quite 100 grams is yesterday, where I had 99 grams of protein, but like honestly, it's low-key the same. I don't mind. I will say this one was a little bit more challenging overall this week than it was the previous one. I am still eating the same staples, but for some reason this week I wasn't feeling as hungry. And that's not a bad thing per se, but it made getting my 100 grams of protein in a little bit more of a struggle. I'm also trying right now to just use what I have in my fridge, and I'm running out of ideas to make meals that are protein heavy. So I definitely will have to maybe look up new meal ideas. I'm still loving my salads and my burgers. Like those are things that I really like and I know I can rely on, but I'd like to add a little bit more variety to my diet. It's not that I'm getting tired of it, but I am looking for ways to spice things up and just make it a little bit less repetitive. So another area where I may want to improve on in the next few weeks, but I'm still happy with the progress that we've made and I'm still managing to eat under 2,000 calories a day, which would be a calorie deficit for me. I'm not necessarily counting calories right now, but I'm surprised that I'm still managing pretty much every day to stay under that 2,000 calorie threshold. So definitely focusing on protein is helping me, one, stay full for longer, and also two, make better choices overall and therefore eat less calories. Overall, I think I can confidently say that I'm back into my routine now. Even though I had a little bit of a busier week, I am still feeling like I'm back on track and ready to take on the upcoming weeks and continue down this journey. So make sure to follow if you want to see more. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!